Another advantage of using libraries to store your assets is that you can work with Creative Cloud linked smart objects, so that if you make an update to the smart object, all of the instances of that smart object in other documents can be easily updated. Let's take a look at how this would work. So here I have a multi-layered document, the campfire with the 3 layers within a layer group. I'm going to drag it into the Route 66 library that I created in the last video. Then I'm going to close the campfire document and click to create a new document at just the default Photoshop size. Then I'll drag the campfire graphic from the library into the new document. Photoshop's going to display a warning. I'll go ahead and click OK. And then we can resize this and then tap Enter or Return in order to commit to that transformation and reposition it with the Move tool. If we look at the icon for this layer in the Layers panel, we can see that it is a Creative Cloud Smart Object. Now, let's drag and drop the campfire asset from the Libraries panel again, but this time I'm going to hold down the Option key on the Mac or the Alt key on Windows. You'll notice that it didn't come over as a smart object. It just came over as a layer group. Well, let's go ahead and transform the entire group. With the group selected, I'll use Command T on Mac, Control T on Windows, hold down the Option key in order to transform from the center, and then just reposition it over to the right-hand side. Now I'll choose File, and then Save As. I'm going to save this as 2 fires as a layered Photoshop document. Then I'll choose File and Close. I'll click on the Photoshop icon here in order to hide it, and I'm going to double click on the asset in the Libraries panel in order to open it in its own window. Then I'll make a change. I'll double click on the icon for the flame, and let's just make this a bright yellow flame instead. Then I'll choose File and Save, and then File and Close. I'll hide the home screen again, and we can see that it's been updated in the Libraries panel. If we return to Bridge, the linked smart object has not been updated automatically because Photoshop doesn't know if you want it to be updated. We do know that there is a linked smart object in the document because of the link icon in Bridge. So let's open this by double-clicking on it, and we can see in the Layers panel that I have a warning that the linked smart object has been updated. In order to update it, I can right-click and then choose to update the modified content. So just one note I want to point out. If you're editing the contents of a linked smart object and you happen to have another document open that has a copy of that linked smart object in it, it will be updated on the fly. So you can see the advantage of using the Creative Cloud linked smart objects is that if you make updates to the original graphic in the Libraries panel and you use that graphic in multiple documents, it's easy to update the modified content when you open those files.